Part 3. I have a kind of a retrofit, build your own, not really build your own, but making an electric fence box. We're taking the guts of one unit called a PEL 609. It's about a 30-something-year-old unit. It worked flawlessly, except the transformer was bad. And the transformer is encased in a big block of epoxy in the base of the unit. The base is, here, I'll show you. If you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, you might want to watch those two. But here's the transformer for it. It's encased in an epoxy in the base of the unit, so there's no way to get that out of there. And with it being as old as it is no longer a replaceable part. They don't make that part anymore. You used to have to buy, I guess, the whole assembly here. I bet it was an expensive ordeal to buy, but you cannot buy them anymore. They're not around. They're no longer being produced. So we had to, I hate to throw the thing away, and the guys are, well, what else can we do? I was like, well, we can take a transformer from another model and basically make you a unit. We'll take the guts out of yours, and then we'll rewire it up into a waterproof case, because this unit's going to be kind of an indoor-outdoor sort of setup. So we got a waterproof case here that's made for outside, and we're basically going to take his guts, his capacitors, boards. They were all perfectly fine. I even made up a little cheat sheet for me so I know which wire went where. I did that in the first video as we're disassembling the red unit. And the second video, I kind of started mounting, kind of prepping myself how I wanted to do it, to mount things. And this is the main power board. This is a multiplier board. The main electronics are on the opposite side, because the only way for me to get the wires, all these wires kind of solder into different spots in the back side of these boards. Front side, where all the electronics are, the coating on, there's such a thick coating on there, I couldn't get the solder to stick. Scraped on it, burned on it. I don't know, there's a varnish to it or something. I cannot get the solder to stick. Solder sticks to the back side just fine, so we flip the boards over. And so if I got the boards mounted, this one's, so while I got to tighten things down, this one's mounted pretty tight. I got to snug it down a little bit. But I got plastic spacers between the boards and the case to kind of get them to set on something. And this whole compartment, this whole front door of the unit, the whole unit is plastic, so we don't have to worry about anything shorting out to the case or anything. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount the capacitors and the transformer. I've been debating how I want to do it. I know how I'm going to have to mount the transformer. We're going to have to, this does have a 12-volt like fan in this thing, but you know, the guy doesn't really care about the fan. These things don't get that hot for this type of setup, so we don't have to worry about that too much. So there'll be enough room in here for things to kind of circulate a little bit anyways. We may end up removing the fan, pulling it off there, I don't know. Probably going to keep the, yeah, we're going to probably go ahead and remove this fan out of here, because I think it's just going to get in the way of what we're trying to do. And it's not, the guy's not going to use it. And we have to put a battery in here and get a solar panel, probably mount it on there to maintain the battery. And I think for what the situation and the setup that this guy is dealing with, this fan is just going to be something that we're just not going to have to deal with. Now we also got to get the cord mounted in here as well, so we got to do all that. Got some extra wiring that I pulled off the old unit for the transformer. Alright, so only way to get these screws off, we'd have to pull this little piece off, and the screws would pop it. But I think we're just going to leave them alone, because it's not really doing anything. They can't come out. They can't go in this way, out that way. So I'm not too worried about that. So let's get this transformer mounted in place. Probably move it up to like right there, because I think some of this wire here has to go to the board. And then these wires, let's splice onto these, make these longer. This is what it goes to our fence and ground. Okay, so how we're going to mount this transformer is I've got some stainless steel zip ties, cable ties. I have a ratcheting tool that will ratchet down and tighten those zip ties up. But we're going to see where we want to mount these at. Put it right there. I'm going to drill 4 holes, 1 on each side of the transformer, because I'll put a zip tie this way and a zip tie this way, so it can't move around at all on any direction. Alright, now I need a little bit bigger bit. We're going to need to put the cable tie in there. I think this bit's what's going to work best for us. Maybe we'll see. Okay, let's see, here's my metal stainless steel. I'll grab 2 to start with. I don't know if I'll need 2 put together. Make sure that wide enough. Let's see. Alright, we're going to have to put 2 together. So I'm going to need 6 or 8. I mean, let's run like this. Come on. Put the other one like that. All right. Just pull it down like that, and then I got to go underneath. We're going to kind of center it there. Take this tool. Cut off part of the tail. this over the back side. That's pretty tight there. Let's see if we cinch this down anymore. Come on. Come on. That tail bent a little bit, so I can't. It gets in one groove, but not the other, because it's not quite. There we go. Almost. Okay, there's one. The transformer's probably, see, it kind of wiggles, so we'll put one across that way. And then, keep things nice and organized the way we want it. Okay, so we're going to put this like that, and it's going to go here. Come on. Okay. Come on. Alright, so it will not, it might slide like this, but it's not going to like come out of place. And we'll leave the wires extra, we'll leave them long, so that way if it does shift this way, the wires have plenty of room to move around. Same with these over here. Like I said, we'll block those holes up on the outside, on the back side, so that way bugs can't get in there and mess anything up. Okay, now we gotta do, I thought about doing the same thing with the capacitors, running some zip ties around those, these metal stainless steel zip ties around there like that. I'm doing the same thing there, but I think I have some other mounts I'm going to try. Let me go look and see what I got first. Alright, that took me a little bit. Fine. I bought these things, God, 2 years ago probably. Never used them. They are these little plastic things. You're able to run a zip tie. You bolt them down, and then you run a zip tie through them, and this allows you to put things on top of them. So I think we're going to use like probably 4 of them. But I want to, ow, my foot. They come with screws, but I don't know if they're going to work or not. It's made to go down to like a metal case you'd run it through, and it would self-tap into a piece of plastic, but they may not be long enough. I don't know. Let's get those 2 capacitors. Don't make it spill that big mess of plastic. So we could, let's see the capacitor. Excuse me. Capacitor is going to eventually run over to this power board here. So we keep these blue and black wires like that. So I think we could, let's do one capacitor at a time. Put one there. One about. Let me mark these capacitors on the length. Kind of gives me an idea what we're working with. So we could put one like that. One like that. Scoot over a little bit. Like right there and there. Let's see if we can make. I don't think we're gonna make them like work. We'll try one, and if it doesn't work, we'll go a different route. See me holding pretty tight. Let's see. Okay, so this capacitor, we can move that out of the way, so we need to see what we're doing. And we're going to use stainless steel straps on it as well. Let's run that through. Let's see, we've got to be able to ratchet it from this side, so we got to put it in through this side. Get it started a little bit. Get another one. So run another one through here. And then we'll slide down like that. And we'll take, ow. Oops. One. Two. Get a couple more screws out. A couple more of these little deals. Alright, so now I'll take this drill bit out. Oh no, we need that. This bit here. Okay, I'll take it's kind of a tight fit. There's one right around here. We'll get it kind of started, and we'll do the same thing here. Oop, got that in. Had it upside down. Come on. Come on. Okay, so now we'll take this, set the capacitor where we want it, about that, and we'll cinch these down somewhat tight, and we can finish it off with that ratcheting tool. So we get it nice and snug. Okay, ooh. We're getting there. I have like an hour and a half in this thing. Ow, my feet are killing me standing in this one spot. Alright, so now let's move on to the cord. I know we'll probably stop the video and frickin' make another part to it. If not, this will be an hour and a half video. Alright, we're going to unplug those wires off the back side of the fuse. And then we're going to heat up no, actually this is no, they shoved the wire through and wrapped it around. We may not be able to use these fuse holders. We'll see. Because the nut's going to come off there, and it's going to... Oh, it came off there. Thought it might bump into that that tab on top, since there's so much solder on there, I may not be able to go over it. This should just pop right out of there, just like this. Fuses, and we need to take this cord out of here. Come on. It's just like strain relief deal on there. We don't need that no more. Set it up there for now. what we'll end up probably doing is we'll probably just drill a hole about the right size, shove this in where we need to, probably make these wires longer. Actually, we shouldn't have to make them longer. We just need to make them maybe long enough to be able to reach these fuse holders. So we'll worry about the cord here in a second. So now what we need to do, move this wiring out of the way. There's a nut for it. Now, these have a flat side to them. I do not. That's strange. Usually a fuse holder will have a flat side to it so the whole thing doesn't spin and tighten up on itself and everything. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But let's get this stepper bit. Put the cord, put it over here, because we want to put these, it needs to go over to this board. Let's see, AC goes into this board here, so we ought to put it up here, but then he's going to lose a lot of length, because he's basically going to lose this part of it here. So maybe we'll put it right here, because we can always put the, make the wire to go off the fuses longer to where they need to go, so we'll put the fuses down here. So, let's see, we'll put one right there. One there, or one there, and then the cord right below it. So we'll know. Now I'm kind of gradually make this hole bigger, so I know what I need to do. Don't want to make it too big. A little bit bigger. I don't have one all the way through, so hopefully it's big enough. Oh, perfect! Okay, there's a little... Don't know. See if we can get the nut to start on here. Not a whole lot of threads showing, but 2 or 3 threads. That worked. Alright, so there's one. So now we're just going to go, we'll go right next to it. Put that one on like that. Take that nut, put right there. Okay, now all the fuse, or the cord. We'll put it right there in the middle. See if this is big enough. Okay, good. That's big enough. Okay, well, I'm going to stop the video here. The next video will be the wiring of it. And we'll be putting the holes for the bolts for the fence and ground, stuff like that. We even put a wiring lead, like a pigtail over here for the LED. We may mount an LED somewhere on it. I don't know. I really don't want to put it on the front of the unit because the guy needs to open the case up for some reason or another. You know, they need to make the wires really long to be able to open up the case where nothing gets yanked out of place and stuff like that. So maybe we'll put it over here on the side somewhere. I don't know. Or on the bottom maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We may not even do that. I might end up snipping these off and getting rid of them. So So, all right, it's a part 3, 4. I have no idea. All right, we're going to make another part for the next round.